Good morning, everyone, and welcome to ORRA's 2026 Meet the Candidate session. I'm Lawrence Polito, your 2025 president, and I want to personally thank you for joining us today as we introduce the candidates running to serve on your 2026 Board of Directors. Today is an important day for our association. As you hear from the candidates, I encourage you to listen closely to their vision for the future of ORRA, their ideas to strengthen engagement, and their passion for serving you, our members. Each candidate will be asked the same set of questions, and members joining us live may also submit questions through the chat for consideration. This is your opportunity to learn more about those who have stepped forward to lead, and I thank each of our candidates for their willingness to serve. Before we begin, let me share a quick reminder about the voting process. An electronic ballot will be transmitted to each Realtor member in good standing as of September 20th, 2025. The ballot will include all officer and director candidates listed alphabetically by last name, along with their biographical information for your review. Members may vote beginning Monday, September 22nd, 2025 at 12:01 a.m., and voting will close on Friday, September 26th, 2025 at 5 p.m. The election is determined by plurality, meaning candidates with the highest number of votes will be elected for the longest terms available. Results will be announced on Friday, September 26th between 5:15 and 5:30 p.m. at ORRA's office on Diplomat Circle. With that, let's begin by hearing from our first candidate. Please join me in welcoming our first candidate, President-elect Deidre Graybill. Oh, excuse me. We're going to skip Deidre. She couldn't make it this morning. So we're going to go to our next candidate, which will be our first vice president candidate, Norcas Fernandez Valdez. Norcas?
Good morning. Good morning. How are you?
Good morning. How you doing?
I'm doing well. Thank you. Thank you all of you for joining us this morning. My name is Norquis Fernandez, and I am running for first vice president for ORRA. It's an honor for me to continue serving our association. I love being a voice for our association, making a difference, making sure the realtors are heard, being able to communicate with them, for them to relate with me because I am somebody that they can relate to, just with the culture and kindness. And I've served many associations. I served Oscar, ORRA, Florida Realtors, NAREP. I founded the NAREP Foundation. So my leadership skills help me elevate any associations that I'm with. I didn't know I was going to be the first one, guys, but that's okay. I just love, again, being a voice for our members, being represent the culture that we offer here at ORRA, being able to help elevate everyone's business in this challenging market, which we're overcoming now. And in general, just being a resource where people can come and relate and speak to me, and just making sure the association is elevated to higher standards and of service to everyone.
Thank you, Norcas. What are your plans for the upcoming year as president-elect?
For the upcoming year at first vice president,
Excuse me, first vice president. Go ahead. Sorry.
What I wanted to do is involve more of the members, create more events that they want to be involved with, making sure we elevate more members that want to serve and be part of our association in leadership roles.
Thank you. What initiatives would you propose to enhance member engagement and participation with ORRA?
More networking events where they can relate and learn from. Proximity is power. So I believe if we create more networking events where agents can collaborate and come together and elevate the industry, that's what's going to keep the engagement going.
Thank you. And what strategies will you implement to ensure ORRA remains at the forefront of industry trends and innovations?
We already are, to be honest with you, because everything that we offer here it's top notch, and that's what I hear from our members. Everywhere I go, I try to continue elevating and speaking to them so that they can come and speak to me confidently as to what they feel we need to increase. And they love everything that we do. But again, implementing more events where people can learn, network together. This industry is so big, but it's so small at the same time. So it's important for you to network and, collaborate with each other.
Thank you, Norcas. We're going to open it up for any questions from the members. Please go ahead and insert your questions in the chat box, and then we can go ahead and have our first vice president answer them for us. Any questions?
Yeah, Rose says, have you prepared and what education have you received to prepare for such an important role? Well, I am a graduate of the Florida Leadership Academy, the ORRA Leadership Academy, and I always thrive and continue elevating my education with conferences. I have a personal mentor and coach that I pay for. I've done the Tony Robbins Business Mastery, and I just love educating myself in order to educate others because you need to pour into you so you can pour into others. So just the fact that I graduated from Florida Leadership Academy. That itself, which I encourage you all to participate, is an amazing education, and that equips me to lead this association as well.
Thank you so much. What drives you and what's your why?
What drives me is culture. I love leading with kindness. I love creating a culture of welcomeness. I love everyone to feel part of it all. Again, proximity is power, and I love just helping and elevating everyone else. We're all going through something. Everybody has something that's happening. So why not make that someone feel special and welcome? And people at the end of the day will forget what you said, but not how you made them feel.
Thank
And
you.
that's part of my why, just creating a legacy for generations to come, elevating the industry and helping others, entrepreneurs, build their business to whatever definition of success they have.
Thank you so much, Norcas.
Thank
Okay,
you.
let's welcome our treasurer candidate, Hafid Boujidi. Hafid, you have
Good
the floor.
morning.
Good morning.
All right. Hello, everyone. So this is Hafid Boujidi, and I'm running for treasurer at the Orlando Regional Realtor Association. I'm honored to currently serve as your first vice president, and I'm also had the privilege of chairing both global and commercial councils.
Thank you, Hafid. I'm going to start with the questions. What are your plans for the upcoming year in your role as treasurer?
So as a treasurer, my commitment is to manage our resources responsibly and transparently, so we can invest even more into what matters the most, our member success.
Thank you. And what initiatives would you propose to enhance member engagement and participation within ORRA?
I would think about stronger training programs, more community impact, and advocacy that protect our business.
Perfect. And what strategies will you implement to ensure ORRA remains at the forefront of industry trends?
So, and we've been doing it here at ORRA, and everything we do is for our members, from providing world-class education and professional development to advocating for property rights and realtor interest. And of course, building networking opportunities that strengthen our business.
Perfect. And what strategies will you implement to ensure ORRA remains at the forefront of industry and innovation, trends and innovations?
Well, as Norcas said, we're already at the front. We are the eighth, seventh largest association in America, and our advocacy speaks for us. Our community engagement speaks for us already, and we'll continue doing that.
Thank you, Afi. One more question. How do you intend to promote the value of realtors?
Again, we'll speak about our education and our advocacy. Those are my core things that I would implement and focus on.
Thank you. And now we're going to open up to the chat box and get questions from the members. How long have you been a realtor?
As a realtor, probably 15, 14 years.
Okay. Perfect. Thank you.
And always been an ORRA member.
Super. You have 2 minutes and 20 seconds to elaborate more. Anything else you want to add? Oh, perfect. Actually, we have another question. Give me 1 second. Let's see. Do you plan to give the board a clear line-by-line financial update at each board meeting? That's a great question from our member.
Absolutely. And we have a great staff that I'm not the best financial guy in the world, but I have a grasp on ORRA's financials, and we have the greatest staff that can guide us through it all, through all of it.
Super. How will you help increase member engagement?
I think we answered that question by keep the advocacy in the top notch and the education and our community engagement.
Perfect. And we have a comment and a question. We know that you're passionate about commercial real estate. Do you have some unique plans to expand commercial?
We already started a few years ago when I was chairing the commercial council. In a personal level, I'm pursuing my CCIM, and almost my fourth exam or my fourth class will be by December. Having the commercial council aligned with CCIM and CIFCAR, which is the only commercial association, that NER association in town. So we have done some work, and there is a lot of work that to be completed in the very future.
Very good. Thank you so much, Hafid. And we had our president-elect join us. Please join me in welcoming our first candidate for president-elect, Deidre Graybill. Deidre? Oh, I hear music. We're getting Deidre on.
Good morning.
Good morning. Deidre, go ahead. You're on Zoom.
Okay, I just wanted to join in and sit in to listen to the candidates. I'm actually doing a twofold thing right now. So I thank everyone for being here. I am here. I just have a conflict with another event. But I am listening.
Super. Well, while you're on, we're going to ask you a couple of questions.
Okay.
What are your plans
That's
for the
quick.
upcoming year as president-elect?
My plans for the upcoming year, I'm very interested in membership engagement. I We have done a great job thus far with our association, with our current board, with our current exec, with our staff. But I just want to, I think, dig a little bit deeper into how we can bring members to our association. I want our members to understand the value that they're not taken advantage of. So that's my number one goal. I am also a small broker, so I'm also very in tune to what the small brokers are not engaging in at ORRA. And so those will be the two things I'm focusing on.
Thank you. And what initiatives would you propose to enhance that member engagement and participating within ORRA?
Well, first of all, we have to know directly what the needs are of the small brokers. In the past, we have had small broker luncheons and broker with different types of engagement things that would draw the brokers out. But from my perspective, I see that it draws the larger brokers and not the smaller brokers. So I'm just really going to spend time, and I have been spending time just having one-on-one conversations with some of the small brokers, just to see what their needs are and why aren't they taking advantage of the value that ORRA offers.
Thank you. And what strategies will you implement to ensure ORRA remains at the forefront of industry trends and innovations?
Well, I think that in my opinion, I think there's nothing more that I can add for that. I think that we are doing an exceptional job. I think our staff, with our CEO and our staff, really putting the assignments of their duties on them. I think that they're doing the best that they can within our scope. I don't see any lacking in that particular area. Like I said, my focus is the small brokers and membership engagement.
Thank you. And how do you intend to promote the value of realtors?
How do I intend to promote the values of realtors?
Yep, our
Um,
value.
that's what I do every day.
Yes.
I've been I'm a licensed real estate broker, have been for over 23 years. This is what I do full time. When I committed to it full time, I committed 100%. I have taken advantage of everything that ORRA has had to offer as far as educational courses, as far as many designations as I could handle. I'm also a property manager. Everywhere I go, I promote what I do for my full-time job, the way that I provide for my family. I am a realtor today and will be a realtor forever. So my personal experiences, my personal engagement, what I do day to day, boots on the ground with Aura, within the community, within our governance, I think that's an example enough.
Thank you. Now I'm going to open up the questions to the members. How will you help other small brokers like yourself engage both in advocacy efforts as well as education?
I think first of all, first and foremost, from my experience being a small broker, I started out with a Section 21 franchise. So I was on the other side of the spectrum for about 5 years before I became an independent broker. One thing I know with independent brokers is that for some reason, they just do not collaborate and engage with each other. The small brokers that I know that are gainfully increasing their numbers with their agents and building their business, they're doing it on their own with outside resources, not necessarily directly through oral. So my question to them is why? What does the outside have to offer that Aura doesn't? That's my question. So my job this entire year with membership engagement and small brokers is to find out the answers. I need to know what it is that our members are not um, seeking or seeing within our association, as well as our small brokers. It has to be something. You have to have communication and direct communication to find out what the needs are. We can do the surveys. Surveys are great, but I believe in knocking on doors. I'm a door knocker, so that's my
Th-
goal for this year.
Thank you, Deidre. And in 20 seconds, real quick, blast out, what are some of your plans in 2026 to prepare you for your presidency in 2027?
It's learning as much as I can. Um, my intentions, my trajectory for my calendar for next year, I intend to. Is that my
Oh,
timer? Well,
it's
I'm
that.
sorry,
Well,
folks, my time is up, but my intentions is to attend every membership orientation and to engage as many new members so that I feel if we can catch them in the beginning with promoting our value, I think we have a better chance of bringing them into our association and using all that we have to offer. Thank you.
Thank you, Deidre, and we'll add the rest of the response in a newsletter. Thank you. Now let's welcome our first director candidate, Brenda Patty Alonso.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning. Buenos dias. I'm very excited to be here and just wanted to let you know that one of my main focus is innovation through education and technology. That's going to be my big thing if I given the opportunity. As you may know me as Patty Alonso, as I said, but my first name is Brenda, so I didn't want to create a confusion when you see it when you're ready to vote. So it's Patty Alonso. So I'm very, very excited and honored to be here.
Thank you, Patty. Now, for the questions, what are your plans for the upcoming year if you are elected to the ORRA Board of Directors?
I'm very happy to answer that question, to be honest. So first of all, this is what because I have my notes here. My plan for the upcoming year is to make sure that every member has the tools they need to succeed in the changing market. You know that technology is actually coming very strong. And if we don't provide all those tools, especially in artificial intelligence, I think we can probably have some collateral damages going on over there with if we're not ready for it. Also, I think that ORRA should provide a training tracks divided by levels as for technology, because sometimes, we have different levels And not everybody could be in the same position as a beginner, as someone that doesn't know anything about technology. So I think that that's very important. Also, I would love to strengthen our global presence. I'm big with global because that have actually changed my career. And how can we do this? By supporting a commercial certification program similar to the CIPS and or a continuation of the CIPS commercial designation, and that will give our members a competitive edge in international and investment opportunities. And finally, our market in global, because like I said, I believe in global very much. I would launch a Spanish and Portuguese workshops specializing in real estate lingo and business practices. These efforts ensure that ORRA members not only stay current with industry changes, but are positioned as leaders in other international markets.
Thank you. What initiatives would you propose to enhance member engagement and participation within ORRA?
Well, that was one of my favorite questions. One of the main initiatives would be to launch a mentorship program that I would love to call it Adopt a Member. Many realtors at the beginning of their careers don't have the resources to afford a professional coach. So this program would connect them with an experienced colleague who can guide them through those first steps at no extra cost. It's about creating a culture where seasoned realtors give back and new members grow with confidence.
Thank you. And what strategies will you implement to ensure ORRA remains at the forefront of industry trends and innovations?
I would establish technology and innovation, like a new technology and innovation task force or committee. That tests new tools, the AI-driven marketing, transaction platforms, and data analytics, and then bring the knowledge back to members in a practical way. Also, social media is huge, but one of my biggest initiatives would be create another committee perhaps, or a task force for mental health. I think a lot of the realtors are going through, especially when market is shifting and difficult transactions, sometimes we get lonely. And I think taking care of all these initiatives about our mental health is number one priority. And I think that we should actually implement or think something about this to resolve this.
Thank you, Patty. And you have 50 seconds left, so I'm going to ask you the last question. How do you intend to promote the value of realtors?
The value, I believe in the American dream, like I said in my little speech. I think that together we have a lot to do in order to keep saving that and protecting the American dream. So through education is my main thing. Everything's got to be through education and advocacy.
Okay, super. Real quick from the members, are you committed to voicing your concerns and protecting the interests of all members, even if it means standing alone or challenging the board's consensus? In 10 seconds.
Could you please repeat that question?
Are you committed to voicing your concerns and protecting the interests of all members, even if it means standing alone or challenging the board's consensus?
Oh, yes, absolutely. I believe in the power of oneself's voice, and that empowerment has to come from within all the time,
Perfect.
regardless.
Super. Thank you so much, Patty. Now we're going to welcome Carol Burnett. Good morning, Carol.
Okay, good morning.
Good morning.
Okay. Well, hello, everyone. You all know me as Carol Ann Burnett, or Carol Burnett, and I'm running for the board 2026. I've been on the board already at the end of this year, 3 years. And one of my models is together we grow stronger. And that's a model I would like to share with ORRA, how we can grow stronger together. My vision is to make ORRA the place where realtors feel heard, supported, and equipped to succeed today and into the future. And being equipped is vital and important. And the plan consists of listening and engaging learning and leading, advocacy and impact, empower and include, strength and sustain. And why me? I'm running because I believe our association, which does a lot of effort to continue to feel like a team, that we're not fragmented, but we can be united, even though we might have diverse opinions and insight to the situation, but focusing on the long-term objective, because sometimes the long-term objectives decide the route that needs to be taken. So at the end of the day, this is about your success, your voice, and your future in real estate. So again, I just would like to repeat, together we grow together and stronger. Thank you.
Thank you. What are your plans for the upcoming year if you're elected to the ORRA Board of Directors?
Well, I would support those plans that I believe in, that are already in place. When it comes to listening and engaging, quarterly member roundtables to bring your voice directly to the board, a simple membership benefits made easy guide so you can actually use the perks you pay for, and a mentor match program to help new realtors thrive and keep seasoned pro inspired. Obviously, ORRA is doing a great job at many of these things, but these are part of my plan to continue supporting learning and leading training on cutting edge technology. As all of us, I think, have become aware, it's vital for our global investment and green housing, more on-demand CE options for business professionals, because many people are working during the day and cannot attend the training. So we need to be flexible. Either we go to their office and give personal training to their brokerage, or virtual, which we're already implementing. Leadership pipelines with local colleges to grow the next generation of realtors. And I remember at the beginning of the year, I was at UCF together with the Government Affairs Committee, and we were with leaders in the real estate educational department, and were present, and it was a very dynamic conversation taking place and exchange of information. I would also support advocacy and impact, champion housing affordability in Orlando, boost public trust in realtors with visibility campaigns. I think we are role models. We can choose to be a role model. And I think bringing that to an awareness that you are role models in the community on how to communicate, be effective communicators, and always know that there's always a positive solution. It may not be immediate, but solutions are available, and allow the realtor and our community to know that we're there for them. But that needs to be projected. Make it simple for members to join calls for action. Your voice matters in Tallahassee and DC, and we do that by engaging with Florida Realtors, and also engaging in our local community through the commissioners, and attending public meetings of the mayors, Chamber of Commerce, etc. I would also continue to support and include, okay.
Oh, time's up. Thank you
Thank
so much, Carol. Now let's welcome Cindy DeCoster. Good morning, Cynthia.
Hey, good
Cindy.
morning.
Hey, Cynthia, go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Hi, I'm Cindy DeCoster. I'm both honored and excited to join you on Zoom as a candidate for the board of directors. I've been a realtor since 2001, and I'm excited to come before you. And I'd love to explain to you why I've decided to step forward. My decision to come forward is rooted as a to come before you as a stronger, more resilient ORRA. My vision is to elevate professionalism, empower advocacy, and embrace innovation. I think being on the board isn't just about leadership. I think it's about listening. I'm committed to being a transparent and a communicative representative for our membership. I'll bring real world experience of being in the field every day to the boardroom, and I'll ensure our decisions reflect the needs of you, our members. I greatly appreciate the opportunity.
Thank you, Cindy. Now, what are your plans for the upcoming year if you are elected to the ORRA Board of Directors?
Absolutely. So I think, again, being a team player is super important as a board of director. And again, keeping the members at the forefront of every decision that we make. So I think I'll challenge the members of the executive team to kind of go back to every decision is what's, how will that affect our members? What will that do for our membership? And how will that, how will that bring them stronger, better in their careers and support their customers. I think how we, how can we do that? I think work on developing their professionalism. I think it goes back to if we strengthen the individual realtor member, I think that's how we strengthen the whole team of realtor professionals.
Thank
I think
you.
go back to, sorry,
Oh,
go back
no,
to
go ahead.
advocacy. So actually, I guess we get to that in the next question too. So
Sure. What initiatives would you propose to enhance member engagement and participation with an ORRA?
So I love that. I love that question, actually. So I think that we can propose member focus initiatives by increasing the value of education and networking, expand advocacy efforts through all of these market challenges, strengthen community partnerships, and leverage technology that the individual members can actually benefit from and actually implement in their actual business. I think ideas are great, but if they're not going to actually take advantage of them and utilize them. So again, ideas are great, but how does that work in today's business? Oftentimes, we are so high level with technology and AI, but that we're not slowing down to meet the members where they are. So I think, again, coming back to how do we slow it down to meet from the new agent to the veteran? So go back to where are our members? Are we meeting our members where they are and bring them to where we need them to be step by step?
Thank you. What strategies will you implement to ensure ORRA remains at the forefront of industry trends and innovations?
Well, I think it goes back to balancing and adaptation and keep market awareness. So I've been a realtor since 2001, which means I have seen the climb of the market, the decline of the market, and then the phoenix out of the ashes of the market. And now we're kind of ebbing and flowing again with the fluctuation in the interest rate and there's so many parallels to both the incline market, the decline market, and the re-rise market. So I think going back to, can we help point out what some of these signals mean to our agents and our brokers? Go back to what Deidre was saying. Like, so I've had the privilege of working for very large brokerage firms, and now I'm an owner of a small brokerage. So I've had the unique opportunity to kind of take pieces of each of the brokerage firms that I've worked for and kind of create what I have. And I have the opportunity to mold and
Oh, That's her music.
Of course.
Thank you, Cindy. Now we're going to welcome Daryl Deloach. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Darrell Andre Deloach, and today it is with deep gratitude, honor, and a clear purpose for this opportunity to serve each and every one of you as a member of the 2026 ORRA Board of Directors. Together, we are part of one of the largest and most influential realtor associations, not only in the country, but also globally. We have over 18,000 members. That's 18,000 plus voices, 18,000 plus businesses, 18,000 plus families, and 18,000 opportunities to shape the future of real estate in Central Florida and beyond. It has been at my heart the promise of servant leadership. I will also bring guiding values of trust, honesty, integrity. These are the same principles that guide me in my life as well as my business. Presently, I serve as the 2025 Vice Chair of our Commercial Council, which I'm proud of. We had a great mentorship program there for those looking to transition from residential to commercial. I'm also a member of our Global Operations Committee. I've been on several trade missions. I'm a member of our Military Affairs. As you can see, I'm a veteran, and also on the Grievance Committee, as well as a state representative for District 12 for ORRA at Florida Realtor Association. Further, I believe my background of a military and corporate experience, where I've personally negotiated over $4 billion in contracts globally, from Saudi Arabia to South Korea to Europe, I bring that experience, as well as being a CEO of my own consulting firm to small businesses. I'm also a 2025 Global Ambassador to the International Property Show in Dubai, where I not only spoke on several panels, but also supported Women Council and Realtors there. And I'm a graduate of the ORRA Leadership Academy, as well as educationally. I have a business degree, Master's of Divinity, and PhD studies in theology and apologetics. So I'm glad for this opportunity.
Thank you, Daryl. What are your plans for the upcoming year if you're elected to the ORRA Board of Directors?
Great question. Again, as I said, it begins with servant leadership. It's not about titles. It's about listening, understanding, and acting on behalf of all those you represent. As a board member, my first responsibility is to listen to concerns, whether, as you heard earlier, come from large or small brokerage, independent brokers or agents, commercial practitioners or new members just entering our profession. As Mike McGraw asked the question about the decline of our membership, we need to find out what's going on, talk to individuals like Deidre said, knock on doors, but not only listening, but taking those concerns and representing them at the table where decisions are made. Our association must reflect the needs of all its members. And my commitment is to the holistic, personal, and professional growth of each and every individual in ORRA.
Thank you. What initiatives would you propose to enhance member engagement and participation within ORRA?
I want to bring true value to membership and their dues. I think we need to look at it where sometimes individuals feel too distant from their association because of their day-to-day lives as brokers, small business owners, realtors, agents, practitioners in the real estate. So I want to bridge that gap. That means we've got to advocate for stronger professional resources and practical tools. We are in a AI global industry change, and we need to embrace it, because when we look at it, if we don't utilize tools such as machine learning, big data, property technology, automation of processes, virtual augmented reality, and enhanced visualization, these are tools that the experts who are successful in the field, regardless of what's happening in the market, whether it's here in the US or globally, we've got to be competitive. And I think we need to know that in this revolution, we have to be a part of it.
In 15 seconds, How do you intend to promote the value of realtors?
Again, as I said earlier, servant leadership, listening, understanding, the holistic personal and professional growth, bringing true value to members, hearing what they say. And our profession is at a crossroads. We're facing the most sweeping industry changes since 1908. I know my time is up,
Jason Marquez
but
here.
I want you to know that we have to be on the forefront, harnessing information,
Hey,
data
Daryl.
technology,
I'm
empowering women, and
Mr.
global
Deloach.
real estate opportunities. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate you. Perfect. Now I'm going to introduce the next candidate. Jason. Perfect. Thank you once again, Daryl. And let's welcome Jason
Are there
Marquez.
any questions for me?
No, we're set. We're moving with the next candidate.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Go ahead, Jason.
Okay. Good morning, all. My name is Jason Marquis, and I am honored and humbled to be a candidate for a 2026 Board of Directors meeting. And I apologize for jumping on the meeting late. I'm also an ambassador for the Realtor Relief Foundation, and I was asking one of a local association in Alabama to generously support the foundation. I have been a realtor since 2007. I am former President McGraw asked a question. Our board member, if you're willing to serve on the board of directors, are you a major investor? I proudly answer yes. I am a Golden R President Circle member. I am in the $50,000 Hall of Fame, and in either 27 or 28, I will be re-inducted at the $75,000 level. So I am a true passionate advocate for RPAC and for the foundation and for the Realtor organization. And it is my honor and my privilege to attempt to serve you again as a member of the board of directors.
Thank you, Jason. What are your plans for the upcoming year if you're elected to the ORRA Board of Directors?
Is to continue to shine a spotlight on the Orlando Regional Realtor Association and its 18,000 wonderful members, both locally within the Central Florida, with it at the state level, nationally and internationally. You know, I've had the privilege of working with several local and state associations from Guam to Hawaii. And what I'd like to do is I'm always cognizant of the fact that I am an ambassador and I am the de facto representative when I am in California or in Oregon or in New York of Orlando and showcasing the best that is ORRA.
Thank you. And what initiatives would you propose to enhance member engagement and participation within ORRA?
A simple leadership listens to you roadshow, where members of the board, members of the leadership team go to a coffee shop for 2 hours on a random Tuesday that is organized. Doesn't have to be anything formal, but just inviting the brokers in that area, in the West Orlando area, in North Seminole County, to come to, you know, a Starbucks and listen to and have leadership listen to their concerns. And if you listen to their concerns and then 6 months later go back to that coffee shop and have them address, did we address your concern? It's so much of it is they'll listen to us. They'll come and speak to us, members, brokers, and we take what they do and they don't see that we are working towards it. They just think that we listened to them and put it on a shelf somewhere and just forgot about them and moved on to the next shiny object.
Thank you. What strategies will you implement to ensure ORRA remains at the forefront of industry trends and innovations?
You know, part of our, as I'm privileged to serve this year on the ORRA Board of Directors, and one of our 3 pillars is innovate. And unfortunately, this year, we haven't given much money to innovation, and innovation costs money. We need to balance we need to fund our innovation portion of our strategic plan, but in a way that is smart without cutting essential tools and services.
Thank you. And how do you tend to promote the value of realtors?
I am going to encourage everybody to get their commitment to excellence designation. You want to elevate the value of realtors? Commit to excellence. Become a board certified professional at Florida Realtors. Demonstrate excellence and encourage excellence and the strive for excellence.
Thank you. And in 15 seconds, what has been your proudest accomplishment on the board and with the board during your first term?
The accomplishment is we've had some very difficult issues this year. Well, okay, never mind.
That's time. Time's up. All right. Well, thank you, Jason. And now we're going to hear from, let's welcome Khalid Munir.
All right. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
And thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak to you today, Mr. President. My name is Khalid Munir, and I'm honored to be a candidate for ORRA's Board Director's position for 2026. I have been a member of ORRA for the last 25 years and in the real estate business for the last 28 years. And I've served on many committees and in leadership roles. Currently, I'm a member of the D-Bar, Daytona Beach, Board of Realtors, NEFA, Northeast Florida, and Oscar. So I have been engaged in my profession for the last 28 years in various positions. I'm running because I believe ORRA can and should be a stronger voice for all members, from large brokerages to new agents that are just starting out. And attention needs to be paid to the smaller brokerages like myself. We need to focus on three things mainly in the coming years. So those three things are going to define our future. And that is supporting our members with practical tools and training in this changing environment, very rapid changing environment. That needs to be the focus of attention for ORRA in the coming years. Advocating for solutions to the housing challenges in our community. Currently, the median price of housing in Central Florida is $389,000. $389,000 is no longer an affordable figure. So this is a major challenge that will be facing our communities in the future, and we need to be at the forefront to see what solutions we can provide on that. And of course, leading with integrity, diversity, and innovations is going to set ORRA apart from all the other organizations and from all the other boards in the future. What sets me apart is not just my business background, but my proven record of leadership and my commitment to service. I want every member to feel represented, supported, and empowered to succeed. Together, we can make ORRA not just a professional association, but a true partner for every realtor in Central Florida and members that are from outside Central Florida. So I respectfully ask for your support and your vote. Thank you.
Thank you. And now for the questions. What are your plans for the upcoming year if you're elected to the ORRA Board of Directors?
My main priority would be to keep strengthening ORRA's role as a true partner for every realtor. That means expanding our educational opportunities, improving access to resources for both new and experienced agents, and making sure ORRA provides practical tools that help all of us succeed in today's competitive market. I also want to advocate for solutions, as I just mentioned, to housing affordability in Central Florida. Ensure our member voices are heard in the community and in policy discussions which affects all of us, the realtors community. So we want to make sure that we are at the table where these issues are being discussed, which affect all the realtors here in not only Central Florida, but the whole of Florida.
Thank you. What initiatives would you propose to enhance member engagement and participation within ORRA?
I believe engagement starts with listening. I would propose more town hall style meetings, which we haven't really had any, because that is the main area. In other words, create events in town hall style meeting, because that is the main area where we can get some feedback from our members and non-members also. And focus, we need to create focus groups. For example, right now, the next few years are going to be very tough for the real estate market. And that is a cycle we've seen it before. So we need to create focus group which specifically focus on the issues that are affecting currently the real estate community and come up with solutions to help them to survive the tough market that we're going to see in the future.
Thank you. And in 10 seconds, what strategies would you implement to ensure ORRA remains at the forefront of industry trends and innovations? Oh, sorry, time's up. All right, want to thank you, Khalid. And now let's welcome Rocio Naranjo. Rocio? Go ahead, Rocio. Unmute yourself.
Good morning, Mr. President. Good morning, fellow members.
Good morning.
My name is Rocio Naranjo, and I'm humbly honored to be a candidate for the Orlando Regional Realtors Association Board of Directors, and most certainly amongst such a distinguished group of realtors, let me just say that. I have been in this industry for about 18 years, working in various facets of real estate, from residential, commercial, property management to real estate residential sales. So I've seen a lot of the challenges that we face and the opportunities that our members have that they do not take opportunity of. Today, I serve as a managing broker and director of property management, and I'm running on the board because I believe that the success of the Realtors Association is the success of our realtors. So my goal is to ensure more engagement and cross collaboration within ORRA members. So no matter what the specialty or level of expertise, I want us to be able to provide the tools, the advocacy, and a collaborative opportunity so that we can all thrive. ORRA is the strongest when we work together, and I want to help strengthen those connections through member support and development of resources that empower realtors to grow even in the challenging markets. So sometimes having that ability to go to different and having the mentorships amongst our own members of different facets of real estate helps within those challenging markets. I want to ensure that ORRA membership is recognized as a powerful advantage that drives growth, professionalism, and long-term success by highlighting what sets us apart: our members, our councils, our code of ethics, our market expertise, and our commitment to serving the community and protecting property rights.
Thank you. And now for the questions. What are your plans for the upcoming year if you're elected to the ORRA Board of Directors?
Thank you. If elected, I plan to advocate during board discussions for policies and budgets that strengthen collaboration across memberships. That means supporting the councils and advocacy programs that benefit everyone in all areas of practice, and more cross collaboration between those councils when at all possible. I think we're doing a great job. So I didn't necessarily look at ways to reinvent the wheel, but just kind of make it turn together. So collaboration that allows us to amplify work instead of duplicating efforts. A lot of the committees and the councils, excuse me, I feel that they kind of do the same thing within their industry. And if we cross it and collaborate, we can do much more amazing things together. When we share knowledge across specialties, we raise the standard together. So my goal is to create the bridges between members and councils so no one feels isolated in their practice.
What initiatives would you propose to enhance member engagement and participation within ORRA?
I think engagement starts with listening. So I will encourage opportunities for members to share feedback directly with leadership. There's different ways we can do that. We can do surveys, we can do listening session, town halls, things that can bring that input to the board so the decisions reflect the member needs. I'll also support initiatives that connect new and experienced realtors. So building stronger participation between our newer members and our tenure members. Engagement grows when realtors feel heard, seen, and represented in decisions. So I'd like to see more feedback loops and sessions where members can voice directly to the board's planning. And it's not just about showing up, it's kind of about feeling that sense of belonging. So we should focus on creating spaces where realtors feel they add value in all their strengths. So maybe measure how we can connect members to feel into the association.
Thank you. What strategies will you implement to ensure ORRA remains at the forefront of industry trends and innovations?
I think ORRA does a great job. But my strategy would be first to ensure the resources are allocated to innovation so our realtors can stay competitive in changing markets, but also create exclusive mini business labs that help realtors refine their marketing, such as like digital toolkits for realtors that they can take home and implement. Do something like a spotlight realtors for realtors that are already using these cutting edge technologies and are a little bit more experienced with AI, VR tours, automation,
Oh,
and let them
Right.
share these insights with members that may not have that knowledge or are.
Actually, Rocio, that's time.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. Thank you. All right, thank you, Rocio. And now we're going to welcome Tiffany
Thank you.
Polite.
Good morning. Good morning,
Good morning.
everybody. This is exciting. So for those of you who don't know me, you can see my name on the screen, but my name is Tiffany Polite. 8 years ago, I took the leap of faith to follow in my grandfather's footsteps and become a realtor, and I have not looked back since. I did serve 25 years in customer service and sales. So of course, this was something natural that came to me. Serving is definitely my passion. Absolutely love it. Today, I am proud to say that I serve as the chair of our communications committee. And I see some of my members on here. So, hey guys, thank you for showing up. I'm also a Florida director, an active member in ORRA's grievance committee. I serve on Women's Council, NAREB, and Mr. McGraw, I am also a major investor with RPAC. And today I'm just honored for being here. I'm honored for being considered as one of the board of directors, just continuing to foster the culture of connection, leadership, and of course, growth.
Thank you. Now for the questions. What are your plans for the upcoming year if you're elected to the ORRA Board of Directors?
Okay, so I'm excited about this, right? Everybody was excited about this one particular question. So for me, it comes down to three things. It comes down to engagement, it comes down to growth, and it comes down to leadership. So when we think about engagement, are we creating those opportunities for more members to connect, for more of them to learn and truly feel valued, right? Then we think about the growth, driving those initiatives that are going to help our members increase production, increase profitability, and also increase their long-term success in this field. And then, of course, leadership. And this was one that was really, really dear to my heart because even for myself, just growing along and seeing the different leadership paths that we are all open to, do our members know what that looks like? So leading and developing those leadership pathways so that we have future leaders in our ORRA association and allow them to remain as the forefront in advocacy, innovation, and inclusion.
Thank you. What initiatives would you propose to enhance member engagement and participation within ORRA?
Engagement is a big thing, right? You show up to the classes, there's 10 people there, you put out these events, there's 15 registrations, you gotta reschedule and do all those things. So are we listening to what our members really need, right? Are we listening to serve them? Do we know what their actual pain point is? Are we seeing what their goals are? And are we aligning with what that is? because people aren't going to engage in something if that's not what their vision is, if that's not what they need. So just making sure that we listen to what they need, that will help us to increase the participation, increase member satisfaction, and again, allow them to have long-term retention here with us at ORRA.
Thank you. What strategies will you implement to ensure ORRA remains at the forefront of industry trends and innovations?
So I think we do this very well already, right? We like to set the bar and see who can try to meet us and put it out there. But we've got to continue with delivering forward-thinking education. What do our members need? What do they want? I love that Jason shared about a leadership meetup, right? Are we doing those things? Do we have those focus groups together? Are we listening to what they're asking for and creating that space where they can create new ideas and have those ideas tested, have them scaled, and ultimately making sure that they're equipped for what they need to not only strive, but thrive in this business.
Thank you. What strategies will you implement to ensure ORRA remains at the forefront of industry trends and innovations?
I think you just asked me.
Oh, sorry about that. How do you?
You trying to double up to see if I say the same answer?
Asking the same question twice. How do you intend to promote the value of realtors?
Just remind them and remind us, right? And myself included, how important we are to this industry, to the community. We are trusted advisors. We are leaders. We advocate for the small people who maybe don't know what they need and the options that they have. So continuing to highlight expertise, continuing to make an impact on the environment, continuing to make an impact on our clients, communities, just every single day when I show up.
Thank you. And how will you ensure ORRA is actively educating the public on why realtors are essential, not just in transactions, but as trusted advisors and community key advocates? 10 seconds.
Repeat the question.
How will you ensure how ORRA is actively educating the public on why realtors are essential?
I just think giving talking points, right? Sometimes people don't know exactly what to say. So assisting them with the talking points and sometimes having them ask the question, why, right? Why are you doing this? Why
Tiffany,
are you?
I'm so sorry for cutting you off. It's the music just came on. The lights came on.
I don't hear anything. I'm going to keep going. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Tiffany. Now we're going to welcome Elena Rivera.
Yes. Hey, good morning, everyone. I am Elena Rivera, and I'm honored to serve as a current director with ORRA and as a candidate for the ORRA Board of Directors. Over the years, I've dedicated myself to being a really strong voice for our members, serving on multiple boards and councils, and working alongside our community partners as well. My vision for the year ahead is really simple. It's to really empower, connect, innovate, and advocate. I love to advocate. I think that's my biggest passion, right? And a lot of you see me out there. I'm always trying to serve as that voice in different capacities. But I just really want to ensure that every member, has the tools to thrive in their business and the opportunities to engage, and also the leadership to stay ahead in our industry change. Lots of changes happening. But most importantly, I believe that realtors are not just professionals. We are the community builders, and protecting home ownership and creating legacies for the families that we serve, right? My goal is to help every realtor feel that ORRA is a partner in their growth, but not just an association that we serve with and have to pay this large amount of money to every year. But as a current broker, Florida director, director for NAREP, mentor, a trainer, a former educator, and my goal is to just really truly inspire, motivate, empower. Those are the words that really stand out with everything that I do in life. But my passion is to educate with a drive that never sleeps, which is why you see me everywhere. It's in my heart. I can't help it. I can't stop it. I never will. They say sleep when you die, right? Rest when you die. But I feel like, that's my purpose, is to serve and to really help bring up the future leaders of ORRA. I know I've heard that growing, over the years of being with ORRA. I've heard that from other, past leaders and presidents. And I truly believe that we just have to continue taking on that torch and taking on that role of inspiring our future leaders, and providing them with the right tools.
Thank you. What are your plans for the upcoming year if you're elected to the ORRA Board of Directors?
Well, so my plan is to continue getting continue getting more members involved. I feel like I love to be out there as an influencer for this new Aura influencer collective. That's because I've been known and seen in the community, but also advocating for Aura and for all the great tools and resources and classes and certifications, connections. We have so many powerful tools and people right in our own association, and I think just taking advantage of collaboration with all of them, to really empower our members, with the connections that they need to thrive, expanding professional development opportunities. I'm going to keep saying this, but collaboration, not just with ourselves or amongst each other, but also our community. Just really being a key role and a key person, a trusted advisor in a community, I think will bring us really far as well. And we have this beautiful space, let's use it, keep on inviting people in. I'm always talking to different agents and realtors that I meet, like, hey, I invite them in. I want to invite them to the classes, the events, everything that we're doing. I think a lot of people just don't know, right? There's a lack of knowing what's available, what we have to offer, the amazing resources to grow their business. And I think the more that we just continue to all inspire and invite other members, it will really help us grow our association even greater.
Thank you. What initiatives would you propose to enhance member engagement and participation within Aura?
Yeah, so I think, a handful have really talked about this too. I love it. I can't wait to, get together afterwards and talk more about this, but the whole mentorship, more micro engagement opportunities where we have targeted events where members are connecting by their specialty, by their niche, or even by their stage of growth. So brokers, new and old. I know there's some small groups that meet out there, but why is that not more known, right, to the greater public? New and old agents, commercial agents, luxury agents, military agents, right? We need our groups. We need our people to want to, be able to grow and share like-minded experiences and stories with. So I just feel that, those mentorship programs would be super, super valuable to getting more people involved. And by also offering, the opportunity to do some virtual education for those that cannot attend, right? That, some are working in other capacities or have families and whatnot. I know we want to see each other in person, but having the opportunity to at least learn something and connect online, I think would be valuable as well.
The time is up.
Goes so fast.
5 minutes. Thank you, Elena. And now let's welcome Trisha Roy.
Right. What happened?
You're on.
Oh, I couldn't see myself for a second. Okay. Good morning, and good morning, Mr. President, and thank you so much for this invitation to participate in this panel and platform. I address my words not just to the few who have actually logged into this call to participate, but more to the 18,000 members who are part of Orlando Regional Realtors. My name is Trisha Roy, and good morning to you, my fellow Orlando Realtors, who are part of my Orlando family. Being a global practitioner and instructor, I have realtor families around the world. But it is you, Orlando, that I made my home association because of the welcome you have given me, exercising my right and National Association of Realtors rule of allowing me to choose my board of choice. Orlando, you are my home, and you are my closest family. And today I'm going to speak to you about some home truths that you may not like, but it needs to be said. Orlando has over 18,000 members, but only about 500 odd of you vote in our elections. The biggest enemy of democracy is not conspiracy and not evil forces, it is apathy. But in the situation and instance of association governance, where our business and how we represent ourselves, how we advocate, and what we advocate for, what we stand for, is voted upon by our governance. It's just bad business practice not to vote, not to engage. I work with realtor associations in different parts of the world, and I know we are very fortunate to have staff who work every day for us to provide us with the best of education and services. But our staff will tell you how they struggle to fill our classes, to engage members. One of our global partners requested a tour of our facilities to be the inspiration of their own building when they build it in their country. But I've been told by our staff that so many members have never seen our facility. I can tell you as a business coach and mentor that what you do not engage in does not flourish. It boggles my mind that common sense thing of engaging to choose who represents you, who serves you, not just here, but in Tallahassee, in Washington, is something you do not have any interest in participating in. If you're not engaging, if you're not participating, how will your business thrive? I know that being a business person is often a lonely path, but here is a tremendous group of professionals who are facing some of the same challenges you are. It will make your life so much easier if you engage. I'm entreating you, requesting you, encouraging you to vote. Do your part in participating in advocacy, participating in deciding who is your vote, not just here in the heart of Florida, who is your voice here, but beyond the borders of our state and country. In Tallahassee, in Washington, and in every country where the Realtor brand is known and respected, choose the voice that best represents what we at Orlando Regional Realtors stand for. I'm a broker, instructor, and business mentor, and a graduate of the Florida Realtors Leadership Academy, and I have a lot of experience and a track record of service. And I roll up my sleeves to work. When hard work is called upon, I'm here to serve. I respectfully request your vote. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Tricia. And now for the questions. What are your plans for the upcoming year if you're elected to the ORRA Board of Directors?
First of all, my primary path will be to support the initiatives that are already in place. Before going into something which I want to bring into it, I want to be a team member, I want to be a team player and support some of the initiatives that are already there. And I think our leadership and staff are doing a great job in some of the initiatives that they have. And that's when I will bring some of my own ideas to the table. So my primary goal will be to first be a team player and support, and then bring some of my own passions, some of my own, ideas to the table.
Okay, and yeah, 40 seconds. So what initiatives would you propose to enhance member engagement and participation within ORRA?
Perhaps igniting. Igniting is probably the best description I can give it. Igniting or inspiring the desire to change, the desire to participate, and desire to engage in our business, in our industry. We have a great business. There is no such thing as a bad market. You just have to know how to engage in it. And engaging in our association, engaging in our business, in our industry, those are some of the things I hope to inspire. Make it fun for realtors to engage, make it easy for them to come in. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Perfect. Thank you so much, Tricia. Now we're going to welcome Christine Sullivan.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Christine Sullivan. I am broker owner of Evolve Property Group. Evolve is a boutique property management company and brokerage. I have been in the industry for almost 2 decades, and this is the third brokerage and management company that I've owned, operated, and built. I currently operate in 3 markets, with Orlando being my primary and basically where I've called home for since college. So I've had the privilege of serving on a lot of executive boards, both locally, nationally, and my heart is with ORRA. I've had the privilege of chairing some councils, serving on, just a number of different committees, and I really want to move the trajectory forward. The reason why I'm running is being a real estate professional has afforded me so many opportunities. I believe strongly in giving back through volunteer leadership. I have had the opportunity to mentor others and be mentored by people who I believe are just smarter than I am. And I want to bring that spirit to ORRA, which we already have. The reason why I'm running is ORRA is one of the largest associations in the country, and I believe we owe it to our membership to be the best. Leadership has done an incredible job, and I think the proof is in the pudding. I just want to build on that momentum. I want to do that by continuing to add value. I want to add practical value to our membership. I want there to be accessible education for our members. I want to provide these resources to the agents, the teams, the brokerages where their businesses are today. Central Florida has navigated so many different markets. Other places in the country have not done that. REO markets, like we've been the forefront of all these changes. And I want to help ORRA implement and continue to, stick to their strategic plan, but also make it appealing to our average agent and our members. Like I said, through practical education, mentorship, community. I am looking forward to the opportunity if I am elected to serve.
Thank you. And now for the questions. What are your plans for the upcoming year if you're elected to the ORRA Board of Directors?
So again, I want to help implement ORRA strategic plan. I believe that we are, we're the sharpest. We have the most equipped agents. We are doing a fantastic job. I just want to lean into adding value to our average member, and I want to do that through education. There's so many things that are happening in our industry that are going to make our businesses either sink or swim. And I've been in our industry for almost 20 years, and I have had to learn the hard way. This is something we need to do, and this is something we have to stop doing. So I want to bring that to our membership. I want to do that through educating them on process automations, very simple things that they can implement quickly, how to effectively use social media, how to do the basics on Canva, these sort of things that we already have, but I want to help raise awareness of these things that most agents are not taking advantage of.
Thank you. What initiatives would you propose to enhance member engagement and participation within ORRA?
So I would lean in to, I know I've said it a million times, but practicality. I want to make it accessible for agents. I want them to be able to jump on and do a quick course, a quick class, something that they can, add into their business very, very quickly. We already have those things. I just want to help raise awareness to those. I want to do that through education, mentorship. I love the notion of, having, taking other agents under our wing, or, even me going to somebody who has more experience and just learning from each other. And I think that's built through community.
Thank you. What strategies will you implement to ensure ORRA remains at the forefront of the industry trends and innovations? Sorry, Christine, our time is up.
Okay.
Perfect. Now, let's introduce Eileen Winfrey. Welcome.
Thank you, Mr. President. I'm honored to be here with all of the candidates. It's an amazing group of people. So I've been lucky to listen to everybody chat, and I'm so excited for ORRA that they have so many folks that are so talented with great ideas. So we're lucky to have everybody. And as Lauren said, I'm Eileen Winfrey. I've been a full-time real estate professional, realtor for 28 years. I am currently with LPT Realty. Prior to that, I owned my own brokerage, a boutique brokerage, for 12 years. And before that, I was with several other large brokerages. Currently, I'm the incoming president for the Women's Council of Realtors Orlando. I sit on the Military Advisory Council at ORRA. I sit on the FAR 12th District. What else do? I do a few things. I don't have it written down next to me. I'm just I'm doing that off the top of my head. But I enjoy giving back. I enjoy volunteering. I have a hard time saying no because I've been so blessed over the years with this career and what it's been able to do for me and my family and the relationships that I've built with realtors and all of my clients. I always tell them when I meet them, you're kind of stuck with me now because we're friends forever. So that's what I want for other realtors. I want them to see that even though you might start out part-time and you have a full-time job, this can be your career for a lifetime. Like I said, 28 years, I meet realtors every day that are in their early 20s. So I've been doing it longer than they've been alive. So it's just an amazing job and I just want to give back. I have, I've been a coach, I've been a trainer, I've been a recruiter. I mean, I'm just boring you all with all of that. So Lawrence, feel free, ask me all the questions and I'll tell you what I would love to assist if I'm lucky enough to get a position on the board.
Ready. What are your plans for the upcoming year if you're elected to the ORRA Board of Directors?
I think the biggest thing is we do have a lot of education that if you follow the portal, that you'll see every day. But as everyone's been discussing, we need to make sure that we expand that there are enough workshops out there, that we stay competitive, that these are things that our 18,000 plus members that they look at and they really want to sink their teeth into. And they're like, hey, that's for me. That's going to help me get business tomorrow. That's what people want. That's why they're a realtor. They want to put food on their plates. So education is huge for me. Network and collaborating with other realtors is huge because you learn so much when you surround yourself with other realtors. That's how I feel like I've learned so much over the years. Mostly all of my friends are in the real estate business somehow. And we need to make sure that all of our realtors have cutting edge technology and they're able to access all the, innovations that we are able to bring to them. I was at a great AI class the other day at ORRA that Cindy Hayden, brought to us. So those are the things that the 18,000 need to be aware of. And the sad thing is that they're just not aware of how much we have.
Under 20 seconds, what initiatives would you propose to enhance our member engagement and participation within ORRA?
Well, I guess that's what I was just talking about. It is difficult with getting people involved. I would love to see maybe a quarterly town hall. That would be wonderful. We could have a mentorship with peer-to-peer programs. Oh, I talked too much. I'm done
no,
already.
You're fine. Thank you so much. And now we're going to welcome Kara Wisely.
Hi, Lawrence. How are you?
Good
Thank
morning.
you so much for the opportunity to come and speak to you guys today. So I have had the honor of serving on ORRA's board for the past year as a board of director. I'm currently involved at the national level of being an NAR Leadership Academy this year. I've been inducted into the Hall of Fame for RPAC for my first $25,000 investment. My commitment to ORRA this year has started deep diving as a board of director and in being involved with all of my local board of directors and being involved with the members. Our impact to the members are so important right now because this is how our industry is going to change and flux. And the importance of our membership right now is so deep diving. One thing that I have loved participating in this year is our importance as a board of directors is the presence at our building. Every time I turn around, all of our board of directors are supporting our local education courses that we have, figuring out what our members need. And also our president, Lawrence, had the task to ask me to be in charge of our stats bag. Our stats bag literally has not been looked at for the past 10 years. I have taken the time and opportunity with our members to figure out what we need to be doing to set the trends for our stats and figuring out what our members need for the stats to be communicated to them. The other passion that I love is our Young Professionals Network. Our importance to ORRA of building our leaders at our local level is so important. We have to figure out what our members need to build them up and continue this at ORRA.
Thank you. What are your plans for the upcoming year if you're elected to the ORRA Board of Directors?
My current plans for the next year is to figure out what our members need right now. As a top producer, I know it's crazy, as a top producer in our industry since 2016, I've always feel that our members are at the forefront of communication between the consumer, customer, and client. And so whenever there's an industry change, we have to be aware of it as a board of director and figure out how we can project it to our members. Is it through education? Is it through social media? Is it through town hall meetings? Is it figuring out what our members need at the end of the day so that they feel like they have a voice at the board of directors?
Thank you. What initiatives would you propose to enhance member engagement and participation within ORRA?
So one thing I think we need to do to engage participation at ORRA. So ORRA is conceptualized of about 4 counties, let's just say it. And so we have so many different communities that our members are involved in. And it's figuring out how we can be boots on the ground for our members. We come through different communities, different involvement at the local level. And I think what we need to figure out is how to get back into the community with our members. We are so focused on member retention right now that I feel that we need to go back into the community for our members and figuring out where our members are at and what they need. Is it involvement in Seminole? Is it involved in Orange? Is it going down to Kissimmee? Because I feel that we have such a diverse group and we're known for our global trends that we need to figure out how we can start to give back at the local level with our members and deep diving into the community.
Thank you. What strategies will you implement to ensure ORRA remains at the forefront of industry trends and innovations?
I think one thing that we need to all focus on is our board of directors is a representation of our brand, not at the local level, at the state level, and at the national level. We always have to be concerned of how we are representing ourselves and our community and our involvement. Everything we do as a board of director is a reflection of a board of director at ORRA. And I think it's so important that communication of what we are giving to our members on social media is so important. Coming back to the association every time it can come around and focus on that and coming back around to our members, and then also have great skills of what we can give to our members of what's the next trend that's coming or what's new coming or how can we be presenting that to our members.
Thank you. And how do you intend to promote the value of realtors? Under 15 seconds, please.
So the promotion of realtors always start with our brand of who we are as a board of director.
Perfect. Well, thank you, Kara. As we wrap up today, I want to thank all our candidates for sharing their ideas and their vision for the future of ORRA. Excuse me. And thank you for all our members for joining us and taking part in this important process. As a reminder, electronic ballots will be sent to all Realtor members in good standing as of September 20th, 2025. Voting opens Monday, September 22nd at 12:01 a.m. and closes Friday, September 26th at 5 p.m. Results will be announced that evening between 5:15 and 5:30 p.m. right at ORRA's office during the Luau of Legends celebration. And your participation is vital. The strength of our association comes from engaged members and committed leaders working together, and your vote ensures we continue to move forward with strong representation. On behalf of the 2025 Board of Directors, thank you again for being here today, and best of luck to all our candidates. And just in case, they're only allotted 5 minutes today, so if you can, reach out to them, get to know them a little bit better, and see how they can earn your vote. Thank you.